Hi, in this video, we're going to take you through a checklist, setting up the checklist in the checklist configuration. So this is for the role of a SAM admin, and I'm clicking the settings gear icon up here at the top, and then access checklists. So here I'm going to select the entity type that I'm going to build on. For here, I'm going to go into the family, and we're going to be modifying this section that exists right now. So we are going to add an item. We're going to choose the section. If we were brand new, we're going to be creating new sections. And so we'd enter a new custom name. We're actually in this video going to show two things, but for this one, because we're going to edit it, we're going to select a field that exists. I'm going to choose a table and then the specific field. And I'm going to be adding the inquiry receive date because it is my trigger for this specific checklist onto this section so that I can see it. I could set a response time. In this case, inquiry date would be our very first field, so there's nothing to set it from in this case, but I could set it, a follow-up date for the inquiry within 2 days from the inquiry receive date. We can set a responsible employee. This field is going to be set from a public form, so it will be set by the user who submitted the form. But I could choose to select a specific employee or by a particular role that we have set on the client record. We can allow it to be shown on the cover page or, on the home page. And if we have a document, we can select a document, create a document, or select a document type. If this is just going to be uploaded internally, we can show it to clients. If we do that, we get a document. We could choose a form to use and add any instructions. We could also add a memo to this checklist item so that we remember, 3 years down the road why we built this way. And then we can also apply criteria if you have a process that's conditional on another data entry like program type or case stage or state. To complete adding new checklist item, I'm going to press submit or save. The item gets added to the very bottom. We can edit the item order and set it to be the very first one. We could also change the section for which it's in. If we want to make any changes to our checklist item, we can click the kebab menu, edit it, and certainly you can also delete. So you can make changes as you go to your workflow. Let me go to the default view here. You can also make changes to the section itself. So you could edit an item. We can change the title of it. You can apply different settings for the end users, like your clients who are going to use this. In this case, we'll take that away. Could also add a template. Adding a template is going to help you stylize it a bit more. Automatically entered section allows you to determine or set when this checklist section will open or be triggered for a client record. The section table is pretty well almost always auto-filled, so you can just skip right past that. And then the checklist criteria allows us to put conditions onto our section. We can also apply a memo. All the changes are shown here that we've made. Let's add one more item on here. We're now going to, again, add it to the domestic application. And now we're going to create a field instead of selecting a field. When we create a field, we have to choose what table as well. What table are we adding this brand new field to? So it's really important step to slow down right here and determine what you're talking about and how you want the data to be tracked. Then we'll give it a field title. And we can, again, set the response time. We can maybe say we want to look for this within 5 days of the application received date. We can set it by the role of the case manager. We've got no document for it. We're not showing this to clients, and we can save. Every time we add a new checklist item, it'll be added to the bottom of that section, and we can edit the item order or make any further changes that we want. In the configuration, those checklist items where we've set a response time show that. They show a different icon or an eyeball icon if that's shown for clients. If we've added documents for them to upload or download or forms to connect, those icons are displayed here, as well as a responsible employee. Again, we can edit all of this here.